මෙම වැඩසටහන ඔබ වෙත ගෙනෙන්නේ
eSoft Metro Campus නව්‍ය දැනුමෙන් ඔබේ අනාගතය හැඩගන්වයි.
Good evening. In the beginning of this year, more than 1,000 students competed in a written competition and various other selecting processes. And only 108 students were able to be shortlisted in this national level quiz competition, which is based on IT, information technology. And today on this TV-based preliminary round, we have the best brains selected from schools around Sri Lanka to compete for the coveted title, IT Mastermind 2014. IT Mastermind 2014 is organized by the Computer Society of Sri Lanka and strategically partnered by eSoft Metro Campus. Without further ado, let me introduce you to our quiz master tonight, the very well-known, the very senior media personality in Sri Lanka, Mr. Faisal Bongso.
Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction, Muru. A very good evening, and it feels great to be back as your quiz master. This is the 16th preliminary round of IT Masterminds 2014, where 6 contestants representing schools from all over Sri Lanka are participating. Now, all of you will be facing 4 rounds of competitions, and where the winner and runner-up will proceed to the secondary rounds. Now, each round will be judged and points will be allocated and added. And please remember that the decision of the judges will be final. Over to you, Miru.
Let's introduce our competitors for tonight. Competitor number 1 from onto my right side, Bashana Elikevela from St. Sylvester's College, Kandy. Contestant number 2 from Zahira College, Mavanalla, Mumtazir Zuhair. Contestant number 3 from Dharma Soka College, Gaul, Sahan Mihiraj. On to my left, contestant number 4, Chintani Sugandhika from Sumana Balika Vidyalaya, Ratnapura. Contestant number 5, Ashingsa Vishwajit from Anuradhapura Central College. And contestant number 6, Oshada Lokuhetti from Rahula College, Matara. And let me introduce you to our judges tonight. Vimal Indrasoma, a fellow member of CSSL, and Upul Dasanayaka, General Manager, eSoft Metro Campus. Over to you, Faisal.
Thank you very much, Miru. So we've got to know the contestants this evening and also our distinguished panel of judges. Let's move on to round 1. Now, in round 1, we will be posing a multiple choice question to each of you, and you will earn 10 points for a correct answer. The other competitors can also register your answers via your terminals and earn 3 points for each correct answer. And of course, you've got to keep in mind that you lose 2 points for each incorrect answer. So all the very best to the 6 of you as we move on to round 1. And your question, contestant number 1. In relation to communications, what does the term ADSL stand for? Is it Advanced Development Software License, Asymmetric Digital Subscriber Line, Asynchronous Digital Software Law, or Asymmetric Dual Subscriber Line?
Answer B.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 2. In computer networking, what does CSMACA stand for? Is it Carrier Sensors Multiple Access with Collision Avoidance, Capture Sensors Multimedia Advanced with Creative Application, Carrier Sensors Mini Access with Collision Allowed, or is it Capture Sensors Multimedia Advanced with Collision Avoidance?
Answer A.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 3. What does the acronym FTP stand for? Is it File Translation Process? Is it Folder Transmission Protocol? Is it File Transfer Protocol? Or is it Format Termination Protocol?
C. C.
Yes, the answer is correct. We are moving on to your question, contestant number 4. What does the abbreviation DTP stand for? Is it desktop publishing, data type programming, digital transmission protocol, or data transmission protocol?
Option A.
Yes, the answer is correct. We're moving on to your question now, contestant number 5. IEEE is a standard setting body. What does IEEE stand for? Is it Institute for Electrical and Electronic Engineers, Imagination of Electrical and Embedding Engineers, or is it Institute of Electronic Enhancing Engineers, or is it Intelligence for Electrical and Electronic Engineers?
Answer A.
Yes, the answer is correct. Well, all of you seem to have answered your individual questions. This is the final question going out to contestant number 6, your question for round 1. In computer networking, what does NIC stand for? Is it Network Interruption Card? Is it National Identity Card? Is it Numeric Integrated Card? Or is it Network Interface Card?
Answer D.
Yes, the answer is correct. And with that, we end questions for round 1. Let's find out how the students have fared after round 1. Over to you, Miru.
Bringing world-class higher education to your doorstep. eSoft Metro Campus. Shaping lives, creating futures.
Bachelor's at 19?
In Sri Lanka?
My ambition is to finish my master's at 21 and become a senior manager when I'm 25. I joined eSoft straight after my O-levels.
Start your IT or business management degree straight after O-levels. eSoft. Shaping lives, creating future.
නිවැරදි IT දැනුම ප්‍රමුඛයාගෙන් පමණයි. eSoft.
At the end of round 1, let's see how our competitors fared. Thank you very much. We have a rather unusual situation where 3 competitors have scored the same score. We have contestant number 1, Bashana Elikevila, with 22 points. Contestant number 4, Chintani Sugandhika, with also 22 points. And contestant number 6, Oshada Lukuhetti, also with 22 points. Over to you, Faisal, for round 2.
Thank you, Muru. So, judging by the scores that we had after round 1, there seems to be very stiff competition as we move on to round 2. Now, in round 2, we will be posing a question based on an image, and you have to answer individually. You will earn 10 points for a correct answer, and the others can buzz if you know the answer. And if the first student either does not answer or gives the incorrect answer, the opportunity will go to the competitor who buzzes first. And the correct answer will earn you 5 points, but an incorrect answer will make you lose 2 points. So let's move on to the questions for round 2. And this is your question, contestant number 1, Bashana. Identify the web browser logo shown in this image.
Google Chrome.
Yes, the answer is considered correct. It's the Chrome. We're moving on to your question now. Contestant number 2. Identify the web browser logo shown in the image that you see.
Mozilla Firefox.
Yes, the answer is correct. We're moving on to your question now. Contestant number 3. That's Sahan. Identify the web browser logo that is shown in the image that is in front of you?
Next.
Yes, the answer is correct. Your question now, contestant number 4, Chintani. Identify the web browser logo that is shown on your screen.
Netscape Navigator.
Say it again.
Netscape Navigator.
Okay, the answer is correct. It's Netscape. Here's your question, contestant number 5. Identify the web browser logo shown on the image that is there in front of you.
Apple Safari.
Yes, the answer is correct. And your question, contestant number 6. Identify the web browser logo that's shown in this image.
Opera.
Yes, the answer is correct. So everyone seems to have fared very well in that round as well. But let's find out what the points are like after round 2.
ලොව පිළිගත් උසස් අධ්‍යාපන අවස්ථා ඔබ සැමට විවර කර දෙන eSoft Metro Campus නව්‍ය දැනුමෙන් ඔබේ අනාගතය හැඩගන්වයි.
Bachelor's at 19?
In Sri Lanka?
My ambition is to finish my master's at 21 and become a senior manager when I'm 25. I joined eSoft straight after my O-levels.
Start your IT or business management degree straight after O-levels. eSoft, shaping lives, creating future.
Just as much as the audience here and the students competing in the competition, we would like you also to participate in the quiz. Hence, we are giving out a viewer's question. This is this week's question. What country has the highest internet penetration, which is above 90%? The question again, what country has the highest internet penetration, which is above 90%? SMS your answer to 0725 547 547. SMS your answer to 0725 547 547. Thank you very much. Well, you all saw what happened in that round. Everyone answered their questions properly. It's just a formality that I take the score sheet from the judges. So let me call out the winners of this round again. Competitor number 1, Bashana Elikevela, with a total point score of 32. Competitor number 4, Chintani Sugandhika, with a total score of 32 again. Competitor number 6, Oshudha Lakuhetti, with a total score of 32. Round 3 begins. Over to you, Faisal.
Thank you. Very much. Well, all in all, the students today are doing extremely well. They've answered all their questions from round 1 and round 2, and competition is certainly getting stiffer. Let's move on to round 3. In round 3, we will be posing an open-ended question, and you have to answer individually. Well, you will earn 10 points for a correct answer. Same as in round 2, the others can make an attempt by using the buzzer. So let's move on to questions for round 3. And this is your question, Bashar, contestant number 1. Who is the new CEO of Apple Computers? Well, number 1 does not want to make an attempt, but number 6 seems to know the answer.
Tim Cook.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 2, Mumtazir. Name the web technology that is used for describing changes that have been made to a website or resource on the web. Well, contestant number 2 does not want to answer that question, but number 1 has indicated.
RSS.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 3, Sahan. What is the protocol that is used by applications such as Skype?
TCV.
Pardon?
TCV.
No, but number 2 would like to try this question.
VoIP.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 4, Chintani. What is the name of the company that manufactures the processors found in Apple computers?
AMD.
Pardon?
AMD.
No. Number 2 would like to answer this question.
Intel.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 5. What does SSL stand for? Number 6 would like to answer this question.
Secure socket layer.
Yes, the answer is correct. And here's the individual question that is going to be posed to you, contestant number 6. That's Oshada. What does the acronym SSH stand for? Well, no one seems to know the answer. The answer is Secure Shell. And with that, we end questions for round 3. Let's find out what the scores are like after round 3.
உலகத்தரம் வாய்ந்த உயர்கல்வி வாய்ப்புகள் உங்களுக்காக கொண்டு வரப்பட்டுள்ளன. eSoft Metro Campus, shaping lives, creating futures.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm 19 and just finished my bachelor's in IT.
Bachelor's at 19?
In Sri Lanka?
My ambition is to finish my master's at 21 and become a senior manager when I'm 25. So I skipped my A-levels and joined directly to the degree programs.
That's great. We didn't have that opportunity.
Start your IT or business management degree straight after O-levels at eSoft.
Just as much as the audience here and the students competing in the competition, we would like you also to participate in the quiz. Hence, we are giving out a viewers question. This is this week's question. What country has the highest internet penetration, which is above 90%? The question again, what country has the highest internet penetration, which is above 90%? SMS your answer to 0725 547 547. SMS your answer to 0725 547 547. Let's see who won the viewers quiz of last week. Thank you very much. That was a bit of a tough round, and I think we have the best 3 students who fared the round 3 of this competition. I will call out the names of the best 3 students. Competitor number 6, Oshada Lokuhetti, with a total score of 42. Competitor number 1, Bashana Elikevela, with a total score of 37. And contestant number 2, Mumtazir Zuhair, with a total score of 34. The final round, the 4th round, will be the next event, and we will see how the students will fare the 4th round and who will be the winner of IT Mastermind 2014 on this episode. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Well, this is the decisive round because judging by how the students have fared, very stiff competition up to round 3, and there could be 2 of you going in. So let's see whether who's going to be the winner and the runner-up to move into the secondary round. This is round 4, the final round. And this is your question. Contestant number 1, Bashana. What term is used to describe a type of attack where an attempt is made to get you to divulge sensitive information such as login credentials?
Brute force attack. Brute force attack.
No. Well, number 5 has indicated.
Phishing.
Yes, the answer is correct. Phishing attack. Here's your question now, contestant number 2, Mumtazir. What is the port number that SMTP is usually configured on?
Eight.
No. Number 4 is indicated.
4408.
No. The answer is 25. Here's your question now, contestant number 3, Sahan. In Windows NT, what do the letters NT stand for? Well, 5 is indicated.
Networking.
No, the answer is new technology. And here's your question now, contestant number 4, Chintani. What was the original logo for Apple computers?
Apple. An apple.
Pardon?
An apple.
No.
So Isaac Newton with an apple.
Yes, that's the correct answer. Sir Isaac Newton under an apple tree. Here's your question now, contestant number 5, Ashinsa. What term is used to describe an attack where someone else uses your identity online?
Spoofing.
Okay, the answer is correct, spoofing. And here's your question now, contestant number 6, Oshada. What do you call an audio or video recording posted on a website that can be downloaded and played later? Well, none of you seem to know the answer. It's known as the podcast. And with that, we end questions for the decisive round 4. Let's find out who comes out as the winner and the runner-up to move into the secondary round. Over to you, Muri.
So we have come to the end of this episode of IT Mastermind 2014, and I have the result sheet. Usually we announce a runner-up and a winner to qualify for the secondary rounds, but today we have 2 winners. Let me announce the winners first of all. In 6th place we have contestant number 3, Sahan Mihiraj from Dharmasoka College, Gaul. In 5th place, we have contestant number 4, Chiranti Sugandhika from Sumana Balika Vidyalaya, Ratnapura. In 4th place, we have contestant number 1, Bashana Elikevela from St. Sylvester's College, Kandy. In 3rd place, we have contestant number 2, Mumtazir Zuhair from Zahira College, Mavanala. And the 2 winners for tonight, who will be qualifying for the secondary rounds. Contestant number 6, Oshadula Kuhetti of Rahula College, Matara. And contestant number 5, Ashingsa Vishwajit from Anuradhapura Central College. Let me now call upon to deliver the certificates and the cash prizes, Mr. Nimal Ganepola, fellow member of CSSL, and Mr. Aruna Disanayaka, Regional Manager, ESOFT Metro Campus. So the 2 winners of tonight, Ashingsa Vishwajit of Anuradhapura Central College Kaushada Lakuhetti from Rahula College, Matara. That brings us to the end of this episode of IT Mastermind 2014. Please join us next week for another exciting round of IT Mastermind 2014. Good night.
මෙම වැඩසටහන ඔබ වෙත ගෙනෙන්නේ eSoft Metro Campus නව්‍ය දැනුමෙන් ඔබේ අනාගතය හැඩගන්වයි.